Salut and welcome to episode 22 of Quirky French podcast, the podcast that will help you boost your speaking skills, your listening skills, and your confidence in French. My name is Naima from quirkyfrench.com, and today we are going to continue our special series dedicated to spoken French sounds and spoken French patterns of pronunciation. Now, if you've listened to the past 3 episodes, you should already know a huge part and huge features of informal pronunciation, spoken pronunciation. So normally you should already be able to understand a bit better. But it doesn't matter how much theory you know, you could know what you need to watch out for in theory. But if in practice you're not able to perceive the sounds, you're still going to be stuck. So this week is all about consolidation, and I'm going to help you make sure that you can actually take in all the sounds that you hear. Okay, so before we start the interactive activity, let's talk about why you're not able to understand. Let's go to the root cause of your issue. When we talk about listening comprehension skills, there's actually 2 parts. There's listening and there's the comprehension. Okay, and that's actually 2 different skills, the skill of listening and the skill of interpreting what you hear. The problem is most learners focus on the latter, on the second stage. You actually need to do the opposite, because in fact, the most important skill that you need to develop first is your ability to perceive the sounds as accurately as possible. Because once you're able to hear completely what's being said, then you can transform, then you can process it and really interpret the sounds that you hear. Okay, so today we're really going to concentrate on sounds, not meaning. Sounds. What does that really mean? There's 3 things that you need to focus on. There's the noises that I'm producing with my mouth. That's the consonants and the vowels. Then I want you to think about the pace, the silences. Am I speaking really quickly or very slowly? Am I slowing down and accelerating? Think about all of those things. And finally, think about the intonation. That really is the pitch of the voice. Is it going up? Oh, is it going down? Okay, so in a nutshell, that's the noises, the rhythms, and the melody of my voice. Okay, so we're going to start the interactive exercise. I'm going to be reading sentences, and I want you to pay close attention, and to repeat what you hear. Don't try and understand what you hear and repeat what you think you understood. Simply focus on the noises, the sounds, the pace, the melody of my voice. And to make sure that you don't rely on your understanding of the words, I actually created very weird sentences. They're just there to help you practice your speech and your pronunciation, but they don't make, much sense. So let's start with sentence number 1. The full sentence is: La filologe tombe sur un flibustier. La filologe tombe sur un flibustier. Okay, so try and repeat what you heard. Doesn't matter whether you get it right or wrong. We're going to work on this sentence a few times, okay? So I'll say it again and then join in. La filologe tombe sur un flibustier. With me? La filologe tombe sur un flibustier. Okay, let's study the pace here, the rhythm first, and the melody. La filologe, then silence, then tombe, then silence, then sur un flibustier. From the top, la filologe tombe sur un flibustier. You've got 3 sections here, okay? You can even count the number of syllables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's study each section now. La filologe, la filologe. Okay, and now sing the melody with me. La filologe. Just to make sure that you're concentrating on the melody, just do a la, 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 la filologe. So let's remove all the consonants. I'm going to say it with the consonants and then without the consonants. And I want you to sing the same thing with the consonants. La filologue. Removing the consonants. A, I, O, O. A, I, O, O. Okay? With the consonants. La filologue. La filologue. So with me. La filologue. La filologue. Okay. Section 2. Tombe. 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 Okay. Just the melody. Mm. Okay. Without the consonant. Okay. With the consonant. Tombe. 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 Okay. Last section. Sur un flibustier. Sur un flibustier. Okay. Now the melody. La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay. Now let's remove the consonants. So with the consonants. Sur un flibustier. Sur un flibustier. Without the consonants. U-un, i-u-ye. U-un, i-u-ye. Okay. Adding the consonants. Sur un flibustier. Sur un flibustier. Okay. Right, from the top. La filologue tombe sur un flibustier. La filologue tombe sur un flibustier. Okay? Let's keep going and let's study sentence number 2. Okay? Sentence number 2. Qui Verdi se bornera à ne pas se gaufrer? Qui Verdi se bornera à ne pas se gaufrer? Okay? I'm going to do it slower now. Qui Verdi se bornera à ne pas se gaufrer? Qui Verdi se bornera à ne pas se gaufrer? Okay, so before we dive in and have a look at the vowels and the consonants, let's have a look at the melody, let's have a look at the pace. There's 3 sections here. Qui Verdi, silence, se bornera, silence, à ne pas se gaufrer. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now you've got a really good pace, right? Let's have a look at the melody. Qui Verdi se bornera à ne pas se gaufrer. Singing, just with a la, la la la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Okay, let's continue. Let's have a look at the actual sounds now that I'm producing. Vowels and consonants. I'm going to break it down into, the 3 sections. The first one with Qui Verdi. Qui Verdi. Qui Verdi. Okay. Qui Verdi. Removing the consonants. I-a-i. 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 Okay, with me? I-a-i. 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 Okay. Adding the consonants. Listen one more time. Listen once and then add. Qui Verdi. Qui Verdi. Okay, with me now. Qui Verdi. Qui Verdi. Okay. Middle part. Se bornera. Se bornera. Okay. Se bornera. Removing the consonants. E-a, e-a. E-a, e-a. Okay, can you hear it? Se bornera. Se bornera. E-a, e-a. E-a, e-a. Okay. Se bornera. Okay. With me. Se bornera. Se bornera. Okay. Last section. À ne pas se gaufrer. À ne pas se gaufrer. Okay. I'm going to remove the consonants. A, e, a, e, o, e. A, e, a, e, o, e. Okay. A, e, a, e, o, e. Join in. A, e, a, e, o, e. This is not easy. A, e, a, e, o, e. Now, adding the consonants. À ne pas se gaufrer. Okay, listen. À ne pas se gaufrer. 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 Right, okay, good. Qui Verdi se bornera à ne pas se gaufrer. Let's have a look at the very last one, okay? Okay, so here's the full sentence. Que le pithécanthrope bégaye en bourlinguant. Que le pithécanthrope bégaye en bourlinguant. Okay, so before we try to say the sentence in full, let's continue. Now you get the gist. Let's have a look at the pace, the melody, and then the vowels and consonants. Que le pithécanthrope bégaye en bourlinguant. Okay, we've got two sections here, pretty long. We've got que le pithécanthrope, pause, bégaye en bourlinguant. Listen again. Que le pithécanthrope bégaye en bourlinguant. Okay, so you can really hear the break in the middle. Okay? Now that we've got the breaks, let's have a look at the syllables. Que le pithécanthrope, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Bégaye en bourlinguant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6 syllables, 6 syllables. Let's have a look at the melody, the intonation. La 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 la. Okay? Que le pithécanthrope. La 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 la. Okay. Second part. Bégaye en bourlinguant. Bégaye en bourlinguant. Okay, with la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay? Right, so let's have a look and insert those actual sounds now. First part. Que le pithécanthrope. Okay. Que le pithécanthrope. Removing the consonants now. I, e, a. Can you hear it? Que le pithécanthrope. Que le pithécanthrope. I, e, a. I, e, a. Que le pithécanthrope. Right, now inserting the consonants. Que le pithécanthrope. 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 With me? Que le pithécanthrope. Que le pithécanthrope. Okay. Que le pithécanthrope. Que le pithécanthrope. And now what you want to do, you really want to just play this, play that song, that music over and over again until it creates its own flow and melody. Que le pithécanthrope. Que le pithécanthrope. Que le pithécanthrope. Que le pithécanthrope. Okay. Second section. Bégaye en bourlinguant. Bégaye en bourlinguant. Right, okay. So let's have a look at the melody. La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay, that's easy. La 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 la. Okay. Now, let's have a look at those sounds, vowels, consonants. E, en, ou, en. E, en, ou, en. Okay. With the consonants, can you hear it? Bégaye en bourlinguant. Bégaye en bourlinguant. Bégaye en bourlinguant. Et en ou en. Okay. Inserting the consonants now. Bégaye en bourlinguant. Okay, really good, really good. So just round and round in circles. Play it again like a broken record. Okay. Bégaye en bourlinguant. Bégaye en bourlinguant. Bégaye en bourlinguant. Okay. The whole thing. Que le pithécanthrope bégaye en bourlinguant. Okay, right. That's really good. Et voilà. So now you understand the importance of listening before you even try to understand. And you now know you've got a little path that can help you identify and perceive the sounds as accurately as possible. The more you do this, the better eventually your understanding, your comprehension will be. Okay, so how to apply this in your own daily practice? Just pick a very short sentence and then study it. Do the exact same thing, okay? Listen to the pace, the rhythm, the number of syllables, the melody, and then try and identify the vowels, and then inject the consonants. And just practice with literally anything, okay? The key here is variety. What you don't want to do is study the exact same type of resource or the exact same person, because, you need to get used to different regional accents. You also want to practice spontaneous speech as well as really careful speech, like a political speech, for example. You also want to study mumbled pronunciation. You also want to study sounds that have really poor quality. So if you've got old audio or like archived videos and interviews from French artists and things like that, that can be really useful as well. In future episodes, I'll give you more tips, more techniques, and more exercises to train your ear. So if you like today's episode, stay tuned for more. If you like the sound of today's episode, would you consider sharing it with another French learner or giving it a thumbs up? This really helps the podcast grow, and it also helps me identify what you find, the most helpful, so I can then put more time and more resources into producing similar episodes. So that would be really helpful, and I would be really grateful. I think that's it for today. Time to go. So I wish you a beautiful week. I will catch up with you la semaine prochaine for another episode of Quirky French podcast. In the meantime, as always, keep learning, keep growing, and keep it quirky. Allez, à la prochaine. Salut, salut.